I like to draw rainbows.
Rainbows?
Me too.
Butterflies?
I like to draw flowers. I like rainbows too.
Based off my experiences teaching over the last 20 or so years, teaching both children and adolescents and college, I feel that art has a huge impact because I see it mostly with children where it brings out their inner spirit, just their natural abilities to create. And I think that we lose sight of that as we go through our education and art's slowly taken away out of our programs.
I think having arts for kids all over is a really important thing because it will allow them to express themselves and have a good relationship with their community. So art brings people together in lots of different ways. I think art is a really important part of being a human being. Children are really creative and art is a really great way to express that creativity.
Whether we notice it or not, art's everywhere. Art's around us. We are engaged in a world where we do a lot of creative problem solving, whether we think so or not. It really does tie into a lot of other subjects because art is essentially creative problem solving, and so that ties into everything. That ties into science, English, math. Getting arts back into the schools and getting funding for arts programs is really impactful to me because I didn't realize how little art there was in schools.
Children need it, teenagers need it. It's something that as humans we naturally are creators and we need to facilitate that. It's just as important as being amazing at math or doing great on an exam. With children, I let them lead the way. Their brain is all about imagination and playing, and I think that is so important. I'm introducing materials to children, whether it's just a simple paper and pencil or it's cut materials. They make magic out of just about anything that I give them. I use that inspiration as an educator into the college environment where I reintroduce these concepts to remind my students that that inner child is what creates beautiful art.
Our director and founder at Lux, Reese Shaw, had this idea of being able to bring fine art into the classrooms, and she was inspired by a French artist named Marcel Duchamp, who created a suitcase of his own art that he essentially made this portable museum, and it was called a valise. This valise is called the Run-Off Dolphin, and it's by Los Angeles-based artist named Kim Abellis, and she works a lot with nature and preservation of nature and kind of having this environmental message in a lot of her work. It's very unique in the sense that we have these, professional, well-known artists making museum quality works of art, and we get to bring these directly into schools.
A lot of these kids have really different lifestyles and different things that they're interested in, but because of art they can all come together and learn more.
I like to think of the arts as the 3 E's. They entertain, which we all enjoy, right? They educate, but then they also enlighten. And that's really the most important, is that they expand the view of the world for both the performer and the audience. When we see the interest in STEAM and the idea that the sciences, technology, math are stronger when they coexist with the arts, gives me great hope that in the years to come that administrators, educators, parents will understand that the value, the interrelationship in having the arts complement other areas of study is one of strength and one that offers great promise.
I think that there is a strong pull for certain subject matters that school districts and government think is more important, and test taking has become a big part of school districts, and in result of that we're losing our art programs. I don't think that there's enough people involved in order to solve the problem, and we need to just make sure that we go out into the communities and talk about it and educate children and educate college students on this issue so that we can get arts back into the school districts.
I draw a tree and I'm a little beetle face.
Wow.
Why do I have a beetle face? I can't see. Ouchie. Then I bump into a wall. Oh, hi.